that's it. We just want to win for our team.
My goodness! And Amy finishes it!
Yeah, we're just as good as the men. We're better.
It's a huge point for the Bay Area.
Good chance that's the #1 highlight of the week.
Boom shakalaka. It is day number 3 of week number 9 of Major League Table Tennis, and MLTT is coming to you live from Portland, Oregon, where the action is going down. It is session number 2. And if you guys are ready, this is the grand finale of the weekend. Get ready to welcome first our officials, Jerry Lee and Mei Wong. And now, the first team to come into your house. They're the leaders in the West. Make some noise for the guests, the #1 team, Bay Area Blasters! And their opponents, the team that you've been waiting for. They're in 4th place, but that could change after today. Get on your feet and welcome your very own Portland Paddlers! And now that everybody is here, we have a quick announcement from the commissioner before we get started. So, a quick word or two from the commish, Flint Lane.
Greetings, everybody. Thank you for coming out this weekend. We are very excited to be in Portland. This is a brand new league, our first year, and we trounced our ticket sales revenue this weekend, thanks to all of you. We've got some great action coming up. Obviously, I imagine you'll be rooting for one of these teams, the Paddlers. But we do want to thank a few people who made this happen. Obviously, we have a great team in Major League Table Tennis. We have some great athletes. But we want to say a special thank you to the Oregon Sports Organization and one individual who really made all of this happen for us, Amy Kiter. Where are you, Amy? Amy Kiter did an amazing job for us over the last couple months getting the word out in the Portland community. We really want to thank you. Without you, this probably would have looked nothing like this. So thank you very much, Amy. Enjoy the table tennis today. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you very much.
We've got one more match here in the Pacific Northwest this weekend to cap the month of January in Major League Table Tennis. The beautiful city of Portland, Oregon has been a wonderful host this weekend, and the Paddlers had an exhilarating win last night, snapping their 10-game losing streak against their rivals from the Pacific Northwest, the Seattle Spinners. Now the Bay Area Blasters, who are looking for their first win of the weekend, trying to avoid a winless 3 days here in Oregon, while the Paddlers try to ride that wave created yesterday. Look at these standings. Texas in first place with 158 points. The Spinners are 3 points back. The Bay Area Blasters need 6 points in this match of the 21 available to retake first place. But the Paddlers, while they can't rise past 4th place, they could create a very interesting dynamic as we head toward February. Hi again, everybody. Evan Lepler with Sean O'Neill. Still kind of have goosebumps from last night where the Portland fans lifted the Paddlers team up. In their 15 games yesterday in singles and doubles, there were 6 games that went to golden points, and the Paddlers were 5-1 on those golden points. It was magical.
Just amazing, and the fans really did provide the difference. Of course, hometown hero Ji-Wei Shaw brought his A game.
Well, we got Cole leading things off for the paddlers as usual. We'll see if he can set the tone against Jin Balma for the Blasters. Second singles, Tyrese Knight had the fans on their feet last night, but Sonora Silva's had a very strong weekend and really a strong season overall for the Blasters. We got a mixed singles match in the third spot with Lily Jong, three-time Olympian, going against the 16-year-old Daniel Tran. And then in that fourth singles spot, the veteran from Egypt, El Sayed Lachine, going up against Ji-Wei. What stands out most to you about the schedule today, Sean?
Well, definitely the mixed singles match is a chance for the Bay Area Blasters to get some momentum. Lily played very well in her hometown of Pleasanton, where she took 6 points in mixed singles matches. I think the other match that I'm really looking at with a lot of interest is Sonora Silva versus Tyrese Knight. Just contrasting styles. Tyrese took a sweep last night. Let's see if he can keep it going.
All right, let's dial in on the first singles match. Cole, number 2 in the MLTT power rankings against Jin Balma, who sits just outside of the top 10. This will be their first meeting at the MLTT level in a singles game. What do you expect?
Well, the last 3 U.S. Open winners are in this match.
Right.
So they've got a lot of titles and credits going their way. Cole extremely strong on the serve and serve return. You'll see Jin Balma really forcing that forehand and working the point, trying to get a top spin in early and then just keep it going. So power versus consistency, both players going to have to come out strong.
Well, Jin Balma was swept by Nikhil Kumar on Friday, but responded on Saturday, taking 2 out of 3 from David Macbeth. He's sitting at 2 and 4 on the weekend. Cole sitting at 4 and 2. Cole has taken 2 out of 3 games a couple times against Texas's Nandan Duresh and against Seattle's Nikhil Kumar.
And working with his shoelace in green, he's the number 2 player in the league. He's one of the top few in the United States.
Players respond to the electric atmosphere in different ways. And while Cole was not barking at the crowd and incentivizing the crowd to get on their feet in the same way that Tyrese or Ji-Wei were, it felt like, particularly at the end of his match, Cole had the same appreciation for the crowd.
Absolutely. He was jumping as high into the arms of Coach Christian Lillaros and his teammates. You will see a lot of big swings from these 2 players. They're not going to play it safe.
When you're playing someone for the first time, Sean, how long does it take you to kind of feel out what they're going to do, what the ball feels like and looks like coming off their paddle?
Usually it's a game, and in MLTT you don't have a lot to work with. We play best 3 out of 5 games in normal tournaments, and this is an abbreviated setup, so you've got to get going. You can't spot your opponent a game because it just counts too much. So look for both these players to really rev it up in the first 5 or 6 points. I think in the backhand-to-backhand exchange, advantage is going to be for Cole. Jin Balma playing very safe, just going for blocks. Cole trying to dictate the amount of spin on the ball. And look at that powerful forehand by Cole. Tactically, Cole not having much difficulty with the serve, just cutting it deep to the backhand side and waiting for the opportunity to get his forehand in. Both players like to use their forehand serve, but to make contact in the opposite direction. Call that a reverse pendulum serve, similar to a traditional backhand side spin serve. It keeps the forehand open. Cole breaks open. Small lead on his serve. Look at that. Just cuts the serve back to the backhand and waits for the soft opening to put away. Balma needs to move that serve around. And again, Cole just chops it back.
I think it's part of the way he reacts to winning a point, or to put it more appropriately, doesn't react to winning a point, that makes his excellence feel routine.
Yeah, he expects to win the point and is not going too crazy in either direction, whether he's winning or losing. Bringing a little Swedish mentality with the Bjorn Borg of yesteryear. And create some separation here. This is exactly what Portland wants to have happen to continue off of last night's great performance. What a great over the table. It looks like, I think they're saying, I don't know if he's saying it hit the edge or the side. Oh, he's saying it hit the side. So,
yeah,
he's from outside the table corner.
Cole's point.
And the experience, Evan, of Cole not to overplay. He gets that first heavy spin in, can really work the angles, takes the forehand away from Balma. Just really driving things right now.
Too good. 11-5 in game one for Cole. So the Portland Paddlers last night defeating Seattle 16-5, snapping a 10-match losing streak. Cole gets Portland off to a good start this afternoon here in Oregon.
That said, 11-5, game one. Style matchups are very important, and on any given day, athletes could be in the shape of their life. Week to week, conditions, you never really know. Sometimes it comes out cleverly. I don't know if you remember that one point where Cole got to play a forehand like this, and then he down the line the other way. It's a very clever play to get his opponent off balance. It's like taking the leg out of a boxer. They're playing smart out here. They're playing chess while hitting the ball, going fast and staying clever. Day number 2, we've got a lot to look forward to.
John, I know you're not shocked to see Cole get that win, but are you surprised by the margin of victory?
Well, I definitely thought that there could be a style matchup with both players playing very similar on the serve and serve return, but Cole just really took the serve away from Balma, and right now, again, establishing who has the stronger opening, just looping it up and forcing Balma to take a risky shot.
Ma trying to energize himself, get back in this match. To let.
2-1.
Again, such a well-placed deep push. Just chops it back. Jin Balma, no answer so far. If Cole can take one of two of these points on Jin Balma's serve, we're going to see the same thing we saw in game one, where it's just total control, giving him a lot of free swings, and just winning the battle of the topspin. That's just like a practice drill. You serve, I chop to your backhand, you open up, and I hit a winner. There's not much angle that Jin Balma has from the backhand corner that Cole can't cover. And it leaves the forehand so wide open.
Line 2-5.
Cole moving back, expecting a deep serve. And Jin Balma's backhand is not there. He's not used to having to deal with such a heavy underspin ball. Can't drive it. Cole playing so solidly. Cole giving the fans what they want. A lot of power. Controlling the serve and serve return.
Customary mix of power and precision.
Surprised that didn't land, but he's setting it up the same way. The deep chops into the backhand.
Line 3-8.
Two in a row for Jin Balma. Every single point counts today. And every day for that matter.
8-5.
But when you know that you have to wait 4 weeks for another opportunity, Bay Area Blasters could finish this weekend in first place, second place, or third place, depending on how things go over the next couple of hours.
That was a big point. Jin Balma had a little bit of a streak going. Cole just settled down and got that heavy topspin in. Nice misdirection there. And Cole needs to convert. And these two serves if he wants to take game two. Advantage has been with Jin Balma the last half of this second game.
It was 8-2. It's a 5-1 run for Ma. Cole still sees the finish line in sight. Just ridiculous.
So Evan, one thing is when you're going to go for your maximum power, you almost always go cross court. Cole just covered the backhand corner, able to redirect that powerful backhand. Did it again. Coley with some great backhand exchange play.
Could be demoralizing to be standing on the other side of the table against Coley. As I called it yesterday, ruthless and stoic excellence. 11-7 as the paddlers go up 2-zip. First point of game 3 goes to Coley. First 2 games went to Coley. Balma searching for answers.
What a backhand block down the line for a winner. Maybe Balma might take a little bit off the ball because it's coming back faster than he's sending it over every time. Just so comfortable in the backhand exchanges. Coley adds a little more spin, places it stronger. Balma going for big shots, but unable to keep the ball going. Look at that. This is a tempo that Coley is so comfortable with.
One-way traffic right now here in this match. And there's been a different feel to this Blasters team without Tao and Jong. Nice return from Balma.
He's staying aggressive. There's got to give him credit for that. It's just most all of his shots have come back so quickly.
Saw a comeback like this last game. The question is, did he start the comeback soon enough? And did he dig too big of a deficit?
I think in Ma's situation, that's really all he can do off of that serve. He knows he's going to get a push to the backhand. Got to loop it up. Obviously can't push it back because he would definitely get a stronger shot there. That time he served a little more topspin, and we are tied up at 5.
Well, see what happens in his next 10 points.
And Balma just keeps fighting to keep his offense going.
Christian Lilyrose wants a timeout. 6 consecutive. Coley is...
Timeout denied.
Here's the problem, is that the coach calls it. It's not the player.
Timeout accepted.
Coley did not want the timeout, but the coach called it.
It's funny how a little wink. Christian's so charming. Christian Lily Rose, the coach for Portland.
Sorry, they cannot overrule me. The coach
clean the ground in front of him. If it's raining, lay your jacket down. Now, he's a wonderful guy. He speaks multiple languages, is coached. And
the outsider in me says that's a really smart timeout. I mean, you just lost 6 points in a row. You've been dominating this match. Why would Cole want to reject the timeout there?
He's just feeling like he has things more under control, and he doesn't want to either get sidetracked or have some ideas that somebody else might give him.
But under control, he's lost 6 points in a row.
Yeah, sometimes keeping your own tactics and thought in your own head. I would have taken it. I love getting an extra opinion from the coach, but whoever calls the timeout can come out of the timeout as fast as they want. So it can just be a 1 second timeout and not really change what he's thinking.
Christian Lily Rose is a genius.
Way to change the direction of this match.
Two in a row for Cole.
6-7.
Very aggressive play by Jim Balma.
No question, this has been the best of the 3 games.
Cole really going for the winners. Deciding not just to keep the ball deep and spinny, but trying to hit off the very first ball.
Jim Balma's had plenty of nice shots, but will he have enough of them?
Cole has laser focus right now.
Too good.
He just knows when Jim Balma is going to be stepping around his backhand. You can see the slight little half a step, leaving that forehand completely open.
Game points to complete the sweep for Cole.
Oh, that was a forced ball in that last one. Jim Balma made a very nice attack to get past the serve. Let's see that last final point into the net. Needed to move a little bit more.
(10-10). This is the 14th golden point of the weekend.
Any thought of what might happen off of Jim Balma's serve?
You tell me.
Deep cut to the backhand. Will Ma change things up now that it was a let serve?
How about that tactical adjustment? Cole chops it to the forehand. Wow. Collet goes 7-2 this weekend in singles. And the angle on that was ridiculous. Christian Lillyrose took a timeout after Collet had given up 6 consecutive points in that final game. And Collet didn't necessarily want the timeout, but it reset everything. And after the timeout, Collet did enough to get the win. Wasn't dominant by any means, but outscored him 6-4 after the timeout to win 11-10. A 3-game sweep, the combined score of 33-22. And Collet certainly feels like he'll stay firmly in the 2-spot MLTT power rankings. Collet, congratulations, man. A strong weekend overall and a strong performance today. Things got a little tight in that 3rd game. What were you thinking after the let?
Yeah, we have with Ma we played so many times, but was best of 7. Also, I played like 5-6 matches before, like U.S. Open, start from group, you know, last 16 quarterfinal. Okay, my energy is really going down, you know. When I reach to the final, my energy. But here, different, right? Here you just play 3 sets. Then you don't have to worry about your energy because you just play the best you can. Then it's short game. Yeah, that's the key. Yeah.
And it seemed that you felt very comfortable in the backhand-to-backhand exchange.
Yeah, because we played so many times, right? So I always lost when he set run, right? So today I played a little bit straight down the line, you know. Yeah.
I'm just going to ask you directly, why did you not want the timeout at 6-5?
Yeah, because okay, before the match I was thinking like if I win one set, it's good. So was 2-1, 2-0, and then I win. So I would like to save the timeout for the later, maybe, you know, like something trouble with other players, you know. That's why I don't. But it's okay. You have everything you have to respect, right? Yeah.
It worked out okay. You got a 3-0 sweep. Get a little break, and we'll see you in the doubles.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Collet.
I would have not have guessed of banking the timeout when a chance to sweep it, because that is a big sweep, big swing.
Yeah, I understand his perspective. And that's even less of a, well, I don't respect what the coach wants. And it's more, well, I think I can get through this without the timeout and save that resource for the team. So while it seemed like it could come off on the surface as a selfish, no, I don't need you to take a timeout for me. But he really was thinking of the team.
It was a team first, me second approach.
Which is interesting. All right, Tyrese Knight, Sonura Silva. Enjoy. Yikes. Not Tyrese wants to hit the reset button and do that again, but you can't. No faults in table tennis. 1-all.
Tyrese is going to need to land his forehand. I don't foresee Sonura Silva having that much difficulty when he's chopping. I see him taking a lot of slow spins, and that'll be an opportunity for Tyrese to step around, get the forehand going, and play him to both corners to keep Sonura honest. And that ball has so much side spin on it. Tremendous hook by the Barbados singles champion.
Well, you've said a couple times on and off the air that you felt like Silva would be able to handle Tyrese's backspin.
And just very patient there after he loops 1 or 2. We didn't see that with Lapchek last night. There was a lot more all over the table. But then Silva generates so much racket speed.
Silva seizing control immediately on the return.
That's why I think if Knight is able to get that forehand going, it will neutralize some of Silva's counterattacks, especially when he throws in that hooking forehand loop. Beautiful play by Knight. That's a big point for the Paddlers. Anytime Knight can win a point, he's just chopping it easy, not having to step around and cover the whole court with his forehand. It's almost like a freebie. As a defensive player, Knight has to make those easy backhands.
Maybe the point of the weekend. Silva outlasting Knight on the extended rally to tie it 5-all.
Both players giving it everything they have from the back court. Silva loves to be that far from the table. Quick hands, quick feet. Smart play. Again, the defender just chopping it back, trying to mix the spin up, causing the offensive player to misread it. Got to be able to make those long pip bumps is what we call those. When the player gives you an underspin ball and you're the defensive player with the long pips, you go right into the ball. Tyrese trying to keep it too low over the net. This is where Senhora Silva is very strong, blocking that first loop, moving it around. Really going to put a lot of pressure on Tyrese's footwork.
Silva has earned himself a 2-point lead here. 2 serves for Knight, trailing 7-9.
That's the problem for Knight. Silva can read that spin so easily and pick and choose when he wants to drive it or just keep the offense on his side of the net. Knight has to take some risks.
Game points for Silva. Knight fights off one.
Great forehand. He's not going to be winning with the defense. He's going to be winning with this big forehand. Great placement.
Silva again wins the long rally. There were twists and turns throughout that point. But Senhora Silva from Sri Lanka takes the opening game, 11-9. These two Feels like these guys are just getting warmed up. Silva and Knight. Tight opening game. Blasters on the board, their first point of the day. They need 5 more to surpass both Seattle and Texas for first place heading into February, regardless of how today concludes. The race is going to be very undecided heading toward February and March. Really, it's a bigger day for the paddlers, Sean. Now they're trying to remain in the race. It's clearly a 3-team for 2-spot race, but it could become a 4-team for 2-spot race if Portland can have another strong day today.
So patient, Sonora Silva working the backhand side of the table, looking for a ball to pop up, and then driving it to the forehand. And again, Silva able to win the battle of the forehand to backhand chop.
And it feels like Silva has settled into this match and has gotten comfortable handling Tyrese's chop. I like the idea from Tyrese there, but maybe not the right time.
Yeah, it's not easy when you're re-looping the ball, as it's dipping down so fast. You've really got to run up and through the ball. And that was a good play there.
Sean, I expect you to go back to your lab and come up with the optimal East Division fantasy roster for the Winter Haven event after this weekend did not go your way in the submission process.
Well, I'm going to be not only submitting it through the portal, but I'm going to make a copy of it and send it into Flint and say, are these my picks? Because I tried to do the same thing this week. And I should be better on the Western Conference, right? I mean, that's my hometown, home team, and division.
I don't appreciate the insinuations that I have, perhaps been guilty of foul play in your misfortune. I've enjoyed your misfortune,
Yeah,
but I have nothing to do with it.
I need to check my cookies because somehow you got into those.
Oatmeal raisin or your white chocolate macadamia or your chocolate chip? What kind of cookies are you talking about?
Double chocolate chip.
Sounds tasty.
And again,
vanilla ice cream in the middle of 2 of those double chocolate chip cookies. By the way, I went to a local Portland ice cream establishment yesterday that I haven't told you. Are you familiar with Salt and Straw?
Awesome. Quality, really good ingredients. They make it fresh every day there.
It wasn't exactly a great day for ice cream because it was like 49 degrees, maybe 52 degrees, drizzly. But
somebody gave you some good advice. Excellent choice.
Well, I've got some connections in this town, even beyond you. I do have some regrets that the weather has not been more cooperative, so we couldn't check out, the local falls or some of the trails that you would have recommended next time. Although, next time it'll probably be raining too, because that's what it does. here in Portland. Silva cruising 11-5 in game 2, an impressive turnaround for the Blasters. And man, Sonora Silva, the best free agent signing in MLTT history. 11-5. Well, isn't that adorable? Kids love their goldfish.
And their golden games.
In no particular order.
I think she was waving to Colette.
What do you think Christian Lily Rose talked to Tyrese Knight about? Game 1 was super competitive, game 2 not as much. Portland really wants to maintain a lead here. Big difference between 3-all and 4-2 heading into the doubles.
I'm sure he mentioned be very aggressive with the forehand. Mix it up on the backhand. That was a nice play on point 1. But Sonora Silva, if he gets a loop in, it's going to be very tough for Knight unless he can counterattack with his forehand to win the battle of the spins with the traditional chopper looper. That's a good point for Tyrese. Mixing up the serve. And again, third game, so important. You do not want to go down and be swept. Oh, that was heavy. You could see that ball right off of Silva's racket, went straight down. Barely even got to the net. Tyrese being selective of when he's stepping around.
Certainly doesn't look deterred by the results of the first 2 games. Something about choppers. They are able to stay in the point after a tough luck net ball in ways that some offensive players may not be able to. And Tyrese turns that point around completely.
Just look at the footwork of Tyrese. Every single shot, putting everything into it. Silva went for everything.
1-5.
That's the type of ball that Tyrese likes because he gets a chance to take a big swing. Not a bad situation for him to be in, but he's got to convert. Silva surging right now, staying up to the table, just blocking it further and further into the backhand corner, hoping to get a chop return.
5-all now. And Christian wants to use his second and final timeout before the Golden game. This will leave the paddlers without a timeout for any of the next 3 matches, doubles or singles. Let's see what Christian says.
I know.
3 in a row, a bit of momentum swing here.
No, it is easy, but you also like you have to regroup it, right? Okay, you do a mistake, accept it, start over. You cannot. Once you go into the next point, you think about it. You can't play. So accept the mistake and play on. That's step number 1. But you know in the beginning here, you played early, right? And you aggressed early, and you made it. Everything. You made 1 backhand attack. You took the alternate forehand back. When you put pressure on his forehand, you win. Right? Of course, you want to make it. That's what. But you're complaining to yourself, this and that. You have to stop that, because then it's not going to make you play better, right? So you have to focus on how can I play the best right now, any way, shape, or form. Then you're going to do it. That's all about that. You have to have the right attitude. Okay, you can do it. Let's go.
I can do this. Slow down.
We've seen at certain times some players better than others in terms of that mental resiliency, not letting the previous point impact your mentality on the next point. That's the main gist of the message from Christian Lilyrose.
You know, sometimes we'll say the best players have terrible memories because they can forget so fast. Of course, you want to remember what is working, but you can't let it get you down. Those are some great chops there.
Better attacks, though, from Silva.
Again, he's just so comfortable once he gets that first loop in at reading the spin. We saw Tyrese win a number of points directly off the serve, and now Silva winning a few of his own. And that was a great loop 2 times to the forehand side. Looked like Silva was ready for a shot over to the backhand after he made that first block. But Tyrese went to the well both times.
It's a 1-point game, but it's 7-6. Now it's 8-6 to Silva.
And that shot, that backhand bumping off of a push has really cost Tyrese a number of points in this match. What a point. Looked like Tyrese was couldn't tell what he was gonna do on this last ball. It was so high, but it was very short.
And it hung in the air forever. Silva actually had a pretty big swing at it from deep in the backcourt.
Oh, that is a tremendous fight by Knight. Working the point. Placing the loops and not just going for broke.
Silva wants that return back.
I'm just amazed, Evan, when Silva gets into these counter-looping rallies, we need a shot count how often he wins from the backcourt. So quick. Just see his feet moving constantly to get him into position.
And Silva is 1 point away from a 3-zip sweep. Here in second singles, it would tie up the team tally at 3 points apiece if he can get it.
a shot down the line by Tyrese Knight. I have no idea how he pulled that out.
Watch Lachine head the ball toward the ball boy from the bench. Save that shot, crew. Save that shot. That was awesome. And meanwhile, 10-all, golden point. Knight serving. And Silva able to get 3 for his team. 11-9, 11-5. And then he wins it on Knight serve, 11-10. We are tied 3-3 heading into the doubles in the final team battle in this Portland MLTT weekend. We are joined by Sonora Silva, who just swept Tyrese Knight. Sonora, I'm not sure if you watched Tyrese yesterday, but he had the fans going crazy here in Portland. What did you do to handle Tyrese's crazy spin, his athleticism, and beat him 3 games in a row?
Yeah, he's a pretty good player. I mean, I always play with like very attacking players, so it's a pretty challenging game for me. You know, like the spin, speed, power, everything. So I adjusted very well.
You know, Sonora, every time I'm watching you play, when you're in the backcourt counterattacking, you just seem to always win those points. What is your secret? What is the ingredient that allows you? Is it just that you put more spin? Is it that your footwork is there, or is it a little bit of everything?
I believe that I'm speed enough to like play hundreds of counter loops, because I always like very consistent. So it's very normal to like play backcourt for me.
Sonora, what will you do between now and the Golden game to either stay warm or refresh or reset?
I just stay, I mean, just like this, you know, I'm sweating, I'm all in, I'm all ready to play Golden game.
Will you go to the warm-up tables before the Golden game
starts?
Yes,
a little bit, yes, just 10 minutes, yes.
Just to get loose again?
Yeah.
All right, congratulations on a 3-0 win, and I know your team needs it, so well done.
Yes, thank you.
Impressive performance from the 18-year-old from Sri Lanka. Silva goes 6-3 in singles this weekend, Sean. He is now 23-13 in MLTT singles. Meanwhile, time for doubles. Ma and Gadwani, the men's doubles team, going against Kole and Rachel Sung, the mixed doubles team. Kole and Rachel Sung have gone 6-0 against the Blasters in previous meetings. Now, neither time was against Ma and Gadwani. So it's a different look today.
I really think that the mixed pair of Kole and Rachel Sung, they really play well together. Rachel knows her roles to get the opening shot, get out of the way, let Kole take care of business to finish the point. Again, the righty-lefty combo makes it much easier on the footwork.
Something to keep in mind over the course of the next 9 games, over the next 3 matches, the paddlers are out of timeouts. So if they get in a jam, they got to figure it out themselves on the table.
And Jinbao Ma has to pay attention that if he loops the ball and it's not perfectly placed, Kole is going to be sending it back very fast against Adi Gadwani. And there's an example of Kole's power off of a hanging topspin ball. And Rachel Sung getting some offense going on the serve return. Nice backhand flip. And look at that. Kole takes an opening loop and just add spin to it with a dash of speed. And that's going to force Balma to overplay. Does not want to just put it on the table with spin. Oh, Rachel almost got that one back. Audie with a nice over-the-table forehand.
I'd like to see Ma and Godwani celebrate a little more after winning a point. You know, they need to bring some positive energy to the table.
Yeah, it's just the firepower of the paddlers in this matchup. Not a lot of long rallies. And it's really just been serve and finish.
(11-3), and it frankly didn't even feel that close. Cole and Rachel Sung, when they're playing together against the Blasters, they are unbeatable. At least they have been so far. Paddlers back in front on the team tally, courtesy of Cole and Rachel Sung. Another good crowd here on this Sunday afternoon in Portland. Paddlers back on top 4-3. Rachel Sung serving to start game 2. More of the same, Sean.
Cole just over the table, so decisive. No response. Nice block by Rachel Sung into the body of Gadwadi. Good 1-2 combo by the Blasters. Audie needs to play that ball with his forehand.
Blasters have already done better in game 2 than they did in game 1.
Oh, unfortunate error there by Balma. It was a high return.
Impressive stuff.
Just teamwork makes it happen. Rachel Sung staying right up at the table, redirecting the power. Very spinny opening loop. Not a lot of forward momentum, but heavy, heavy topspin.
Unbelievable.
The Blasters had the high ball. They were on the attack. Somehow, Rachel Sung put her paddle on the ball, also caught the net. 2-point advantage for Portland. Make that another net ball. Home court advantage.
Cole and Rachel Sung on the brink of another point. There it is. Closer this time, far more competitive, but in the end, the result remains the same for Cole and Rachel Sung. Paddlers really miss these two in Rock Hill because when they're back together, they are really tough to beat.
Interestingly enough, the other two players on court, born and raised in China, but have played overseas for quite some time and done very well as such. Adi Wongwani learned Chinese training under Zhou Xi, who's been a U.S. national champion and Olympian. And Rachel's parents come from Taiwan. So, a lot of Mandarin spoken there. Fun fact, you don't see Chinese. You hear people saying, how show, it means good ball, nice shots. And if you hear players say, it means nothing. It's different. It's not Chinese. It's just something that happens in table tennis and nobody knows exactly why. Listen to the different things players shout. It's a lot of fun. Game 3, Portland Paddlers, 2006.
Well, big point here for Balma and Adi Gadwani. And they get an edge ball in the opening point of the game. Now they're going to be 5-4 or 6-3 headed back to the singles. It feels like over the course of the however many points they're going to play, 18, 20, 21 points, it's hard to win the majority against this doubles duo of Cole and Rachel Sung. Edge ball and a net ball have given them 2 of the first 3, but they're going to need a lot of luck and some of their best play.
The big thing is Portland just keeps getting the 3-point lead, and then the Blasters reel them in. Can Portland continue? Right now, a very slow start in this mixed men's doubles match.
How does the change in order impact things here with the score being 5-1?
Let me think this through. We have should favor the Blasters with Ma hitting to Rachel for the second half. So they've got the lead and they've got their strongest male playing into the female order. Like that shot right there. No reason to give Rachel a swing on this one. Ma just went for the full kit and caboodle there. And Cole throwing a little snake into the action. Oh, a serve that went long. Cole was expecting a short ball. I think Adi was expecting a short serve.
About as perplexed a reaction as we've seen from Cole. He was just like, well, why did my paddle do that?
And now Portland trying to make a late game surge. Here's a timeout.
Normally they switch sides in order of play.
Not the most chatty timeout so far.
And when, I think it was earlier when Jin Bao also had a, I think he had an earlier timeout. He just stood by himself to.
Of course, it's a heavy spin, so you have to be careful with that. But if it's just a top spin, just play safe.
What's your name?
And that's the main thing.
What's your story with table tennis?
All right, anyway, let's go.
Wait, when you say you're the coach, what do you mean you're the coach? The coach of the world? You're the coach for Seattle Spinners! Ladies and gentlemen, coach of the Seattle Spinners! All right, back from the timeout.
All right, out of the timeout. Blasters have the 2-point lead. Trying to bring the team tally back within 1.
Oh, and Rachel Sung going for the backhand offensive flip. Just mixing it up. That ball caught the edge of her racket. So it went down the line so fast. But she is going for the offensive return.
Wow. Right when it felt like the paddlers had seized momentum.
What a block by Jin Bao Ma. Audie wanted that ball to go really deep, but because Rachel Sung served a no spin ball, not easy to keep it down, and it sailed long. And Portland regains the lead with a nice series of attacks featuring Cole.
Very casual forehand from Rachel Sung to just get it back. Look at that, on 1 foot.
Amazing.
The old 1-foot forehand. Game point to complete the sweep.
And Audie with a great low push. Kole went under the table to lift that up.
Couldn't get that low.
How low?
Another opportunity on his serve. Wow. Good finish by Ma. The paddlers were scrambling.
Excellent teamwork by the Blasters.
It's the story of the day. This match, the third game in each match, has gone to 10-all. Kole beat Jin Balma 11-10. Sonora Silva beat Tyrese Knight 11-10. Will we have another sweep? Can the Blasters doubles team get one? They will. That's a strange feeling for Kole and Rachel Sung. They get 2 points for their team, but also feels like they left one on the table, Sean. As Godwani and Ma were that close to 3-0 sweep instead of 2-1 win, and it's 5-4 overall. So we'll head back to singles momentarily. Lily Jong versus Daniel Tran. Portland leads the Bay Area Blasters 5-4 here on this Sunday afternoon. We're joined by Rachel Sung. She and Kole just took 2 out of 3. Rachel, I want to ask you about that one-footed forehand that you took on either the second to last point or the third to last point of that last game. Was that, it looked like you were a little off balance, but you got it back and ended up winning the point?
Which ball?
I don't think it stood out to her as much as it did to you, Evan.
It was impressive to me because it looked like you were off balance, but you still got it back and won the point. I mean, how do you maintain your balance during a doubles game playing alongside Kole?
Just try not to fall.
Stay on your 2 feet. I got it. Sean, you want to jump in here?
You want to add anything? Okay, next up is the Golden Game. What are you thinking about? How are you going to get ready? Is it more of just take it easy 1 point at a time, or are you going to go for your shots?
I'll try to go for it in the beginning, and then if I make mistakes or something, I'll try to slow down the tempo a bit and just try to adjust.
Rachel, what's the most interesting class you're taking in school this semester?
Life science.
Live science. What does that mean?
It's like modeling different ecosystems using graphs.
Cool. Good luck with that. Sounds out of our league, but best of luck going forward in the Golden Game today. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Curious to see what happens in this next singles match, Sean. You got Lily Jong, 3-time Olympian, going against the young 16-year-old Daniel Tran, who has had some really bright moments in this league playing singles. He struggled against Yohan Rebete here on Friday. And now he's got to go against the veteran Lily Jong.
I think the biggest difference is really the experience level. Both players hit it about the same hardness. Lily very strong from the backhand side. Daniel is a lefty, likes to move the ball around.
Lily Jong lost all 3 games in her singles match to Kasahara in the Texas battle yesterday. But she's gone 6-6 in singles against male players. Far better success than the rest of the league. in that department. Daniel Tran gets on the board for the paddlers.
It'll really be interesting to see if Daniel Tran, when he gets into the backcourt, if he can handle the angled play of Lily. She's a real master of taking the ball off the bounce and playing both down the line and wide out to the forehand. She really doesn't have to change her game all that much in this mixed matchup. She'll fight for the first attack and try to get into a lot of backhand-to-backhand exchanges.
3-all. Serve back to Jong.
Lily will have the upper hand in the backhand-to-backhand exchanges.
Excellent table tennis from Lily Jong. Sean, who do you have as the favorite in the Lachine Jiwei Sha match coming up next?
I'm going to have to go with the hometown favorite, although Lachine El-Sayed came to Portland a week earlier and practiced with the paddlers. So, you know, he's hit a number of balls with Jiwei, so it's not going to be a totally new experience.
Not a guessing game. There'll be familiarity there, even though it's their first official meeting in this league. The score 5-4. The lead going into the Golden game is certainly very much up for grabs. Obviously, to beat a dead horse, having the lead into the Golden game has been critical to success. This weekend, teams are the leader 5-0.
What a great backhand by Daniel Tran, stepping over to the middle of the table to keep the offense. And he is rewarded with a nice little lead here. Check out the backhand right here, just jammed it cross court from the forehand side. And this is where Lily's experience really shows. She's just going to calm down, spin that first ball, and move it around. But Daniel Tran brings some backhand power.
We've seen Lily get wins over Jonathan McDonald and Johan Rebete. Daniel Tran, quick hands.
Heavy spin by Daniel Tran, just taking the speed, redirecting it. A little bit of top spin on the backhand side.
Call me crazy, I think this next point is going to decide this game.
I would agree.
So I'm not crazy. Jong's back within 1-9-8.
Lily just gets safer and safer as it gets deeper into the game. Daniel's going for bigger and bigger shots.
The stray ball. reason for the brief delay. Certainly a heck of a time for it. Tran gets one of the 2 points on his serve.
This is big for Portland.
Yeah, it does get the game point first.
This would make up for that third doubles game. Really felt they were going to get the sweep in the doubles. Should be using one ball.
One of the local Portland mascots was using the two paddle technique.
And that is Lily Jong table tennis, when she can play 3, 4, 5 quick backhands in a row. Just see how she moved it so well from the backhand side out to the forehand.
Daniel Tran takes game 1. Apparently I was crazy, Sean, and so are you. Because Tran, a 16-year-old from Texas, comes up with the goods against a 3-time U.S. Olympian. 11-9 for Tran, and the Paddlers back up by 2 overall. So Daniel Tran with an impressive closing points, a couple of closing points there to get to the finish line and make a strong opening statement against Lily Jong. See how Lily responds. Certainly she has been in so many big matches over the course of her career. Losing one game is not going to detract from her confidence too much. Certainly this rally suggests she's ready to go in game 2.
Just so consistent on that backhand side. Here comes a series. Well, that one, she took it with her forehand.
Sending Tran sprawling.
I'm really not sure about Daniel Tran stepping over to his forehand to do a backhand return into Lily's backhand. It just allows her to take the ball down the line. Excellent serve by Daniel Tran. Wonder if he got those tips from teammate McDonald. Nice deep serves, and again going for broke on the slow openings.
Lead here in game 2 for Jong. Sean, do you remember the first time you ever watched Lily Jong play table tennis?
Yeah, I think she was 8 years old.
Are you kidding me?
At the U.S. Open against one of her main rivals, Ariel Sheng, and for their age, they were just amazing. They look like pros in the under 11 division with a couple more years to go. But Lily has always had a tremendous backhand.
Yes, you've been watching her for 20 years, basically.
She's been on our national team since she was 12. So everyone's been watching her since then.
She's now 27. Timeout taken by the Blasters. With Tran creeping into a 5-4 lead. Let's listen in to Maggie Tian.
你拉球线像是你第一板拉，你要拉它两边，不能往它中间拉。我拉中间，拉它反手。Sometimes change the rhythm. Sometimes tick 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 change the rhythm sometimes.
That was a great question. It was interesting. If somebody swings at the ball, good recovery by the way. I know I put you on the spot after some time. It doesn't matter.
We always want to step around. We always want to step around. When you play this side, this side, this side, then this side is open.
Sometimes we play to 21.
No pressure, relax. Play your game.
他发球，他这个或者这个时候慢一点接，你都上去都太快，稍微慢一点接，不行你就劈他反手长，他拉直打后边的，防他一个打后边的球，啊，没关系没关系，一分一分的打 ，no pressure。啊，就接发球先，自己发球这个想好，然后拉的时候打向身时候注意点落点，啊，他要是反拉什么，您就准备防一板，啊 ，let's go，come on。
Our Mandarin English translator, Sean O'Neill, will let everybody know what was just shared.
Yeah, the one phrase, Megwenshi, don't worry about it, take it easy. So, play your game. I liked Alexi's advice. He didn't say anything. He just stood there and offered support and a quick low 5 on the way out. Daniel Tran getting the upper hand. That was just perfect middle and then wide out. This is the point right now, Evan, if Daniel Tran can keep the run going. And he gets it.
Lily's lost all of a sudden. Got off to such a good start here in game 2, but it has been all Tran.
And Tran serving out to the forehand. Lily jumping over there, but catches the ball off the edge of her paddle. Wow, that was a difficult block by Lily Jong out on the forehand side. Daniel had the angle. Lily took it right back down the line. Oh, Lily caught reaching for the ball.
How about that? Tran went with the deep serve. Looked like it caught Lily off guard a little bit, but
yeah,
she handled it.
And then Tran got jammed.
Yeah.
Those balls are landing so deep off the Tran's racket. Lily was ready to counterattack. Just couldn't get her racket behind the ball.
Oh, that point had a little bit of everything. Jong stays alive here in game 2.
I really like that Tran just ran into the table because that far back, it's not going to surprise Lily with anything, but running in, maybe put the paddle on the ball.
Jong back within 2 at 10-8.
Tran needs to take a risk here on one of these two serves. Be aggressive, maybe go for the deep serve.
Yep. Tran has taken the first 2 games against Lily Jong. Big points for Portland as they create even more congestion in the West Division standings. An opportunity for the paddlers to be in position heading toward February as the race tightens out west. So you can project what you want to project when you see the lineups come out, but sometimes you are surprised, and I think Daniel Tran has not won a game yet this weekend, but comes out strong against Lily Jong. Great stuff here in Portland.
You cannot beat that. Daniel Tran just staying on the offense, pulling out shot after shot. Lily just happy to keep the ball on the table.
Tran looks like his confidence has increased significantly since the start of this match.
It's almost like he missed out on some action last night, and he wants to help Portland keep going into this golden game.
The paddlers could clinch a lead going into the golden game if Tran could complete the sweep here. What do you think, Sean? Will the streak continue where all game 3s in this battle between the Blasters and the Paddlers
go to the
golden point?
Very possible. Right now, Daniel Tran has 2 very important serves on his paddle. Wow. Couple of errant bounces here. Lily went in and just had a misread.
That's nice. And needed.
Tran needs to do a lot better placement. He's going to push the ball high to the middle.
Still to come, El Sayed Lachine against Jiwei Shah. What does Jiwei have in store for this hometown crowd next?
Should be a very exciting match between two very experienced players. And right now, Daniel Tran fighting Portland with some breathing space here going into the final singles match.
Oh,
look at the angle that Lily Jong got on that backhand.
For the third straight game, John's keeping it close. Can she get over the top and get a point for the Blasters?
You just see Lily really reducing the errors, keeping the ball in play. Daniel's continuing to go for big shots. Just not working the point like he did at the beginning of this game. And there's a very aggressive deep serve putting pressure on Jong. That was perfect placement by Tran. He could have gone down the line, but he would have had a backhand come his way. That time he took it out to the forehand.
Tough angle, beautifully done.
Great footwork. And Daniel Tran adding some extra side spin to that backhand banana flip, picking the ball up, creating some separation.
Line 6-9.
Gutsy forehand by Lily Jong as she reaches over the table to bring it back within two. And Tran had the ball on his paddle.
Yep.
He would love to have that one back.
Remember that miss. Could have made it 10-7.
And then Lily once again catching the edge of her paddle. See Cole giving some advice to Tran where to open up off the serve. Backhand out to the forehand side.
Wow. That's a brutal way for this to end, but Daniel Tran was the better player in this battle today. The 16-year-old from Katy, Texas, sweeps the three-time Olympian Lily Jong. The paddlers now have an 8-4 lead, and they are guaranteed the advantage heading into the golden game. We are joined by Daniel Tran after a 3-0 sweep. Daniel, congratulations. Not your first 3-0 sweep in MLTT, but I got to imagine this was a pretty satisfying performance for you, particularly in the wake of a couple days ago. What stood out most to you about the way you played today?
I had a lot of confidence. I was just going for those shots, you know. I wasn't as scared as I was before, like the other day. I was just going for it, you know, not even thinking about it.
Why were you less scared today than the other day? Lily, pretty good on the other side of the net.
I wanted to redeem myself, you know. I was just like, I can't get any worse than the first day, so I might as well just go for it.
So Daniel, it seemed like your backhand was the one weapon that you were really landing well. I guess as a lefty going against a righty, having that confidence to go cross court. Any other thoughts going into that match of what you really wanted to pay attention to?
Well, I was really trying to focus on her serve. I know that her serve is usually no spin, so I wanted to control that receive really good and then just go right over and attack right after that.
Daniel, over the course of the season, you know, the paddlers have had their ups and their downs. How much have you paid attention to where the paddlers sit in the standings and thought about what y'all need to do to pursue a championship?
I don't take it to the heart, you know. We're maybe on the bottom, but, you know, we're just trying our best, you know. Yeah.
Well, you're not far from getting really involved in the race, and your 3 points certainly helps out a lot. Congratulations on the 3-0 sweep today. We'll let you go and get ready for the Golden Game. Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's G-Way time.
This is going to be a great matchup. Backhand to backhands, forehand to forehands, very similar. We've seen G-Way's greatest strength be his serve return. His ability to drop shot the opponent's serve and then get his offense going while they're serving. You just see the nice backhand to backhand warm up of the two players.
Well, last night this crowd was rocking when G-Way was out there, and there were some incredibly dramatic moments, golden points galore, and G-Way had the answers. At 10-all, a huge roar toward the packed house here at the Portland Expo Center. Paddlers winning last night by a grand total of 16-5. That final score is potentially in the cards today as well. Lachine serves first.
And there's the short drop shot by G-Way.
Three of the first four for Ji-Wei Xia. Got to use the paddle, Ji-Wei, can't use the arm.
Lachine, great misdirection on his forehand. He can go both ways. A lot of power.
I mean, Lachine is worldly, experienced, has played against all different styles throughout his career, so I don't think he'll be surprised by too much of what Ji-Wei can throw at him. What's the key for Lachine?
It's really to get his forehand into play. That's his bread and butter. He does have a lot of confidence in his backhand to attack with. I just think on his forehand side.
Lachine just won a point that he probably didn't have too much business winning.
No, just somehow got around that ball to get the forehand into play, and Ji-Wei needs to decide, is he going to stay up at the table and play it off the bounce or get into these counter-attack or counter-looping duels that anything short that's high, Lachine will put away.
That's 5 in a row now for the veteran from Egypt, El Sayed Lachine.
Look at
6
that.
in a row. Remember, no timeouts for the paddlers. Ji-Wei's got to figure it out by himself.
There's a nice backhand block down the line. And if for some reason Ji-Wei was able to sweep, that would give the team the victory regardless of the outcome of the Golden Game, but everyone wants points at this stage.
9-4-7.
Down the line serve. Xia catching Lachine off guard there.
Very aggressive serving. See teammate Collet giving Jiwei some advice on where to return the serve to. I mean, look at that power by Leen.
Tough to handle.
And I think in the forehand to forehand battle, you've got to go Leen. Just really driving the ball to all corners.
Heck of an effort for Leen to stay in the point as long as he did.
Jiwei gave it everything he had to get it out to the backhand. Leen unable to chop it back. Oh, that was a smart opening. Jiwei just kept the offense on his side of the net, spun the ball up, forced Leen to play it from a tough angle.
In this game, Jiwei scored 3 of the first 4, and Leen scored 8 of the next 10. The last 2 have gone Jiwei's way. 9-7. 9-8.
Big forehand over the table. Jiwei opting for the offense instead of trying to control the serve. Making a very strong run right here at game 1. Oh, what a big block. We've seen Jiwei's backhand block keep the ball in play off of some of the strongest attacks.
That's 4 in a row for Shaw. After Leen had scored 8 of the previous 10. 9-all. The ball and the game back on Jiwei's paddle. And he's got a 10-9 lead.
What a comeback.
And what a roar from the crowd after that point. With Shaw taking the lead. Poetic justice in a way for us to reach 10-all. And may the best man win right here.
Portland's percentage on golden points this weekend has been exceptional.
Leen missed it, and Shaw celebrates. Another miraculous win for the paddlers. Somehow, some way, it's coming up Jiwei. I'm going to ask you what feels like a simple question, Sean, but I'm not sure it's a simple answer How did Ji-Wei Shaw win that game?
Just heart and soul. I mean, that's what he's been for Portland the entire season. He's playing on his home court. He's got all of his students and fans here. All the Portland clubs are here cheering for him. And he just wants it more. You can just see it after every point that he wins. He's not looking back at the bench. He's looking at the crowd.
Game 2, with Shaw serving to start.
Wow. That was a short serve. Machine trying to go over the top. That ball was just breaking right to left. And that time, Machine able to execute the backhand over the table.
It's hard to explain to the normal basement player. Like a blooper like that swing and a miss. That's the result of such insane spin on the ball that doesn't always translate across the television or even when you're watching in person until you see a player as successful as Lachine swing and miss. And like it's not like he just lost his eyesight for that split second.
And the precision is so tight where he's going at full swing
again.
Mode. To play at the speed these players do, you have to make up your mind almost instantly when the ball leaves the opponent's racket. Lachine loves to play off the bounce. We saw the same thing with Lily Jong. Some missed timings just because you can't always gauge where the ball is going to bounce on your side. And Ji-Wei started slow, but has a chance to break open this game.
It's now a 5-2 lead for Ji-Wei. 6-2. Machine trying to get back into this game.
Oh, that's too safe of a return by Ji-Wei, just a deep push. Machine jumps on this ball. Better decision, but not a better execution. Because now we are all tied up and Ji-Wei back with the serve.
We've seen some wild runs in the first couple games between these two. 4 straight points for Lachine after Ji-Wei had opened up the lead. Oh, catches the net.
I mean, both of these players are keeping the ball so low, it's not a surprise that some of these are touching the net. Lachine's almost climbed over. Ji-Wei just doing everything he can to keep the forehands going. Oh, great placement. Ji-Wei taking it down the line and then just getting out from over the table.
The oohs and ahs, the ebbing and flowing of these points is remarkable.
Jiwei with an incredible backhand from the back court. Lechine staying with it, makes a block, then comes in with a big forehand inside out.
Seven serving 8.
And once again, the drop shot by Jiwei Sha leads directly to a point, and now he'll have the serve 2 points away from taking game 2.
Lechine couldn't believe that he missed that one. It's on Jiwei's paddle.
Lechine not ready. Oh, those are big forehands by Lechine. Amazing drop off the serve. Then he's just going after that ball. Oh, unforced error. Jiwei was driving the high balls, caught the edge of his paddle. See the frustration as he grabs his head.
Juxtaposed with the Bay Area bench, celebrating the 9-9 score. Lechine has a chance here. Oh my goodness. An edge deserves a net.
Hometown advantage. And Jiwei has had all the breaks going his way. Lechine about to step around, and Jiwei, big forehand, catches the net and just dribbles over the table.
Doesn't feel great about winning the point that way, but he will feel great if he can win this next point. Give the paddlers the maximum 5-point lead heading into the Golden Game. There it is. It's Jiwei's world. We're all just living in it. Portland Paddlers entered this weekend in last place in the West Division, and they will finish this weekend in last place, even if Jiwei can complete the sweep and the Paddlers can win the Golden Game. But Portland has reframed its perspective, as has this entire West Division. Texas has gone 3-0. The Blasters in danger of going 0-3. And if Portland can win the Golden Game, it's going to be anybody's guess who comes out of this division with 2 more regular season weekends ahead.
Pressure will be on Seattle in the next meetup. Hometown teams have not done exceptionally well.
Portland changing that paradigm here.
Look at the fans. Look at the number of students that G-Way has in the VIP section. I think I counted 11.
Loose ball behind the table.
That backhand block by G-Way has been so consistent. Just bringing the ball back in place, setting up the forehand, getting the job done. Both players love to step around the backhand to go for broke with their forehand inside out.
Great shot from Machine.
He gets some extreme angles, especially on the short balls. Just gets over the table. And you could just see his wrist turn right at the last second to create that hooking side spin.
How about that?
Thank you very much.
In danger of falling behind 5-1. A backhand rip off the edge.
Oh, again, the aggressive deep serve, mixing it in.
You know, Sean, if not for the final golden point in the doubles match going the way it did, we'd be looking at perhaps 5 consecutive sweeps in these regulation matches between the Blasters and Paddlers. Back to Florida, and then up to Seattle. Jersey in March, Kansas in April. Expect a championship weekend announcement soon. I believe they're looking at the final weekend of April as the league's culminating event.
One more net.
To cap this season.
Oh, that's a great, again, both players have had big success on the short high balls, just reaching over. This time it's G-Way ripping to the forehand.
Jue grew up in China, left home when he was relatively young to go train. Moved to Japan, played at a high level there. Moved to the United States and has continued to progress. As you said earlier, Sean, he's become the heart and soul of this Paddlers team at 34 years of age. The hometown hero. 6-all here in game 3.
Again, going for the drop shot. Not easy on balls that are a little bit deeper. It's easier on a short serve. And that was a smart backhand opening. seen Ji-Wei serve mostly short, but he's thrown in a couple deep serves just to keep Lechien honest. Oh, and there's a drop shot on the other side of the net. Lechien, super touch. Giving Ji-Wei nothing to work with. Both players fighting to make that first forehand topspin. And that's a net and out. It seems like every time a ball catches the net, if it's on Portland's side, it's scoring. On Lechien's side, it's going out.
Both players taking an extra couple of seconds before this huge point at 8-all.
Very aggressive play by Ji-Wei off the serve, but Lechien keeping the upper hand. Very strong topspins on the forehand and backhand. Ji-Wei unable to make the final block.
Blasters could still win this match if Lechien can get to the finish line here in game 3. And the crowd is certainly rooting for Ji-Wei. Shaw serves at 9-9. Missed it.
Ji-Wei would take that return every time. He had the ball on his paddle, knew where he wanted to go.
Oh my! Expect anything different than another golden point?
Too bad these guys aren't that close in level.
There's a lot on the line, to say the least.
1 point to guarantee a win or to keep the Blasters' hopes alive in the golden game.
Ji-Wei Shaw is on top of the world here in Portland. We still have a golden game yet to come. Shaw sweeps.
Not an easy match. Came down to golden points on 2 of 3 games. Only one game had a difference of more than 1 point, and that was 11-9. A real fighter, the Arab Lion, made an incredible match. But Ji-Wei Shaw carried you. He carried.
Sweeps have been the story of this Sunday in Portland. Collet winning 3 straight over Jin Balma. Look at game 3. Golden point went Collet's way. Sonora Silva also won a key golden point against Tyrese Knight. In the doubles, the only match that wasn't a sweep, and it would have been if the final golden point had gone Portland's way. That was a big point though for the Blasters at the time. We went back to singles. Daniel Tran and Jiwei Xia win 6 straight games. All of them were close. Look at that, Sean. 6 straight games in those final 2 singles matches, all decided by 3 or less, all went Portland's way in front of this raucous crowd.
Just amazing play. We've got Golden Game coming up.
Here's the commish.
Thank you, Adam. We have the Portland Paddlers are leading 11-4. You'll be starting with a 5-point lead. Since you're behind, Coach, you'll be picking first. Who is your number 1? Jin Balma is your 1.
Kole.
Kole is your 1. Who's your 2?
Jiwei.
Jiwei Xia is your 2.
Lily.
Lily Jong is your 2. And your 3?
Sonora.
Sonora Silva is your 3.
Tyrese.
Tyrese Knight is your 3 and your 4. Rachel or Daniel?
Rachel.
Rachel Sung is your 4.
Lashi.
El Said is your 4, making your 5. Adi Gadwani, making your 5. Who was your 4?
Rachel.
So Daniel Tran is your 5. Good luck, coaches.
Okay, let's go, let's go.
Some soul searching out here.
Final Golden Game of the weekend. And I'll mention what I said earlier. There have been 63 Golden Games now in the history of the league. We have never seen a team win the Golden Game but lose the match. So every time a team has had at least 11 points after the 15 games, that team with 11 or more has won the Golden Game. The Blasters are going to try to make history here. Balma versus Kole. They'll play 3 points at the start. At some point, we're going to see a crazy comeback, Sean.
Could be here.
It could be. So far this weekend, the teams ahead in the Golden Game have been flawless.
Live.
Kole continues with the same tactics that worked so well in his early sweep over Jin Balma. I know you like the celebration by Kole after he rockets a couple forehands and backhands in. They're just ready for the next point. What a strong push to do a mini sweep.
Yep. 3 straight for Kole, makes it 8-zip overall.
And talk about an interesting matchup with the hometown favorite against America's favorite.
Jiwei's the man of the hour. Lily's the American hero. What happens when these two immovable force meets the immovable object?
Jiwei gets the opening loop.
Feels like Portland's day.
I mean, they're just padding the lead at this point.
Paddling the lead?
Something like that. And Lily Jong with a quality backhand topspin.
Blasters on the board.
Jiwei knows if he can take 3 out of the 4. Oh, and they side spin serve. Lily's had a lot of difficulty on the bounce of the serve.
4 for Ji-Wei Xia. Imploring the crowd to get on its feet.
Expect some long rallies coming up in this next matchup.
Sonora versus Tyrese. Sonora swept Tyrese in 3 games. 2 of the 3 were very, very close. But Sonora had the number of night, especially in the big points. 2 straight for Silva.
Portland cannot afford to give a lot of sweeps.
Well, you can afford to give 1 or 2 and still be okay. You have an 11-1 lead.
I just see the momentum when you're leading.
I hear you.
Especially when you're playing matches where you were swept 3-0. Surprised that Coach Lilarus went for this matchup.
11-4 all around.
Oh, and a big serve. Big, big serve.
El Sayed Lachine versus Rachel Sung. How about Rachel Sung?
Covering the wide forehand and pounding it down the line.
Oh my goodness.
How did Lachine,
a premature cheer from the crowd,
get those smashes back? That was amazing.
Wild point.
Wow. Rachel Sung gets the backhand over the table. Great placement to the middle.
Lachine manages to get the split, but splits are not going to be good enough for the Blasters. Godwani versus Tran.
Can Tran keep his streak alive? Played so strong against Lily Jong. And Daniel Tran forcing the issue. Stepped over, got the backhand flip in on the forehand side, but placed it right into the body of Godwani. Very strong play by Audie. Nice backhand drop, then a quick forehand off the bounce to keep the Blasters within 7.
Godwani wins 3 out of 4 over Daniel Tran, including 3 straight. It's a 6-point game as we go back to the top of the order. Jin Balma and Coley are set to play their final 4 points of the weekend for these two. Will Coley get Portland close to the finish line, or can Jin Balma create some suspense?
And again, just the great wall of Coley, just keeping the backhands in front of him, forcing Balma to run all over the place. I'm surprised that net ball didn't land. Portland's had the luck of the Irish.
Blasters here.
Within 5.
Jong and Shaw up next.
Net ball goes to Portland.
Cole able to earn the split, so it's still a 6-point lead. G-Way could potentially close this out here with a golden sweep.
His serves have been doing well against Lily. And Lily Jong goes for broke.
Paddlers closing in 19-11 on the back of that guy. Can G-Way complete the golden sweep to finish this weekend here in Portland? Golden game point for the Paddlers. And it's all over! G-Way Shaw and the Portland Paddlers with a weekend to remember. And I think there are just 11 points separating first place from fourth place in the West Division as we head toward February.
Sport here in these days have been unbelievable. Thank you so much for coming and supporting us. Thank you very much.
Christian Lily Rose said it succinctly there. We'll get him to elaborate a little for us as he's about to put the headset on. The head coach with a propensity for his victory dances joins us now, Christian Lily Rose. That was a demolition for you and your team. You're in fourth place, but you're 11 points out of first place, headed toward February, so it is very, very close in the West Division. Before we get to the big picture, let's focus on the weekend and today. How did you and your team put together this type of performance against the Blasters?
Well, first I have to tell you that we did have a training camp before. and you saw G-Way playing against Leen. Leen actually helped us and trained with us. So we had a little bit of a good picture on him when we played. But we had a good training camp before, and that helped us a lot with the support of Oregon Sport Authority and everything else. So we did some different preparation. And I felt also that we were very good in the beginning of the season, and we have been gradually getting worse and worse. And I'm hearing about the other teams training, and we haven't. And we have to step up. We have to prepare better. We have to train better, and that's what we did. And that's one of the reasons why we have played better technically. The support with the spectator course have been fantastic. That's really beefs our spirit up unbelievable.
No, Christian, of course, Cole played great, G-Way played great, doubles strong. I was really amazed at Daniel Tran, once again, sweeping 3 against Lily Jong, who is no easy opponent. What were you telling Daniel that made such a big difference?
Well, first of all, I agree. I was afraid of a 0-3 going in. I mean, Lily was a clear favorite. But the thing is that what we learned with Lily, first time we saw Lily in Pleasanton, we were surprised how good he was. But then we started to analyze, women table tennis and men table tennis are very different. And the women are playing very consistent. They like to re-attack. But we force them to attack, then we can re-attack against them. In the male side, So pretty much what it was, we made her spin up slow. And then Daniel and Tran go power on that, both backhand and forehand, and then that puts her in trouble. And I told Daniel, it's like, if she attacks and you block, you play her game. If she attacks spinning, you re-attack hard, then you play a men's game that she's not used to. And the other thing is also, there's a different type of spin in men's table tennis with side spins and more tricky serves. So that's what you have to do. So we have to learn on our end, how does male play against women? That's a little bit different. So we're working on it.
Once again, Ji-Wei Sha, the hometown hero, came through. So many big moments in his match with Lachine, and then the golden sweep to close out the golden game. Is this everything you could have possibly imagined for Ji-Wei on his home turf?
Yes.
Does it surprise you that he was able to live up to the moment in front of this crowd at all?
It did surprise me because, remember, he didn't play on Friday. He's been sick. So, I mean, but we also noticed that, Saint-Hilon in the East, he was also sick. And I never seen him play better. So, like, the thing about being a little bit sick, a little bit injured here and there is also sets down a psychological benefit because you have low pressure. So if you lose, you always can, I was injured, I was sick. So you always have something to fall back on mentally. Man, and he had, but he played phenomenal. But it was, of course, the setup that we did both day and yesterday was that he played the last match. And that directly after that played in Golden Game. So, of course, when you're sick, you don't have the same physical stamina, right? So the Golden Game was very tough. But with GVO as a person, he is the, I think he's one of the best fighters I ever have on a team, really. I mean, he doesn't matter, sick, tired, he's out there fighting.
Before we let you go, what will your message be to your team as you depart here this weekend and get ready to go compete in Seattle in a month?
I don't know. I want to have a special message, but I cannot come up with anything good right now. Let's dance.
Let's dance is a good message to close out the weekend. And look, a 10-match losing streak, you're on the brink of a playoff berth. With a good performance in Seattle, you could easily be in the top 2 heading toward March. So congrats on a great performance this weekend. Hope you enjoyed being in front of these fans and look forward to seeing what happens down the road.
I definitely enjoyed being in front of the fans. No question about it. It was fantastic.
Always fun to chat with you after a match, Christian. Thank you.
Likewise. Likewise.
Christian Lilyrose and his paddlers win it 17-4. The Blasters needed just 6 points, Sean, to get to first place. They can't do it. And Ji-Wei Sha, the man of the hour here in Portland. Ji-Wei, I got to imagine this weekend exceeded even your wildest expectations. I mean, you fantasize about winning the championship on your home turf in front of fans like this, but it's repeatedly 10-10. You find a way, the golden sweep to close out the golden game. What stands out most to you about this weekend?
Oh, wow, I don't know. I just try my best and then, play more. Good point for the fans. People screaming. I can't talk now. Yeah, I listened to the coach say, stay closer. Cole tell me, play Lachine backhands, whatever the strategy they tell me, I'll focus on that. I got a problem in game of 3. I'm so tired and then kind of slow down. I asked myself, do you want to play or not? If you don't play, just, default. And then the answer is play. All right, let's fight. So, yeah.
So Ji-Wei, on Thursday morning, I get a text from somebody named Ji-Wei saying at 5 o'clock, I've got 102 temperature. I can't talk. I'm stuck in bed. Think about that feeling compared to what you're feeling right now after 2 big wins and putting Portland in the running to qualify for the playoffs.
Well, at the moment I know I sick, and I got to tell myself I got to find a way to recover fast as I can. And then Christian tell me rest me Friday. I say, okay, I got to recover. I take a lot of medicine and then listen to a lot of my friends, and they gave me the medication. I take it, and then in my mind I just keep on telling myself, you're not sick, you're not sick, you're not sick. So yeah, I can't missing this. I can't wait till next year,
Ji-Wei, what was your favorite part of this weekend?
Our people, my guys over there, everybody's coming, cheering for us. It's awesome. I think that's the best part. I think there's a lot of energy for our teams, for Therese, Cole, yeah, we'll play. Yeah.
Did you see Tyrese coming at you with the barrier after you clinched the final point?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like close my eyes, screaming. I'm so nervous to play against Lady. And okay, luckily I win the couple point, and then yeah, I just close my eyes. I'm like, oh, so good. Feels so good.
Congratulations, Ji-Wei. Enjoy
Thank you
it.
so much.
Remember it. We'll see you in Seattle in a month.
Thank you so much. See you Seattle.
What a weekend, Sean O'Neill. Let's take a look at the standings as this month of January of Major League Table Tennis comes to a close. In the West Division, the Texas Smash are 1 point ahead of the Bay Area Blasters, who are 2 points clear of the Seattle Spinners, and Portland just 11 points out of first place. Compare that to the East, where Carolina is 42 points clear of second and 68 points, if I'm doing my math correctly, clear of fourth. Two very different landscapes from east to west.
And you can just see, again, listening to Ji-Wei, the heart and soul of the paddlers. They brought it here to the Expo Center, just gave on a great performance, and the fans were electric the entire weekend.
Sean, let me ask you this. What was your favorite part of this Portland weekend?
I think just watching Ji-Wei sweep and win points and just fight for every single opportunity to give his team a chance to get back into the playoffs.
Who do you think is the favorite right now in the West Division as you look at that race?
I mean, I have to be honest that the Texas Smash, their performance this weekend was really stellar. They're young, they're hungry. They were at the bottom of the totem pole early on in the season, so I say right now, they're the team to beat, but Portland, wow, what a performance this weekend.
Always a pleasure to work alongside the Olympian Sean O'Neill, the Hall of Famer, and our entire great Ultimate production team. And the crowd really delivered. As good as it gets, as we've seen in table tennis in this country, in the history of the sport, arguably. I mean, it was really incredible. Thanks so much for joining us from afar. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. It was a ton of fun. But on behalf of our entire crew, for Sean O'Neill, Evan Lepler saying so long and farewell from Portland. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks down in Winter Haven, Florida, as the East Division team reconvenes. It was Ji-Wei's weekend and Portland's day, but ultimately the Texas Smash elevate, and they're in first place at the end of the weekend. But Portland will never forget this action here this weekend in the Pacific Northwest. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. So long from Portland.